You board the plane, find your seat, and settle in for your flight. You see the flight attendants, calm and professional, preparing the cabin for takeoff. They seem to have everything under control. But what if I told you that behind those polite smiles and standard procedures, there's a hidden world of secrets, tricks, and unwritten rules that passengers are never supposed to know? These aren't just minor details. These are the secrets that determine who gets better service, who stays safer in an emergency, and who avoids the most common and disgusting parts of air travel. These are the flight secrets the crew knows like the back of their hand, but will likely never tell you directly. In this video, we are revealing the 15 biggest secrets that happen at 35,000 feet. By the time this video is over, you won't just see the flight crew as service professionals. You'll understand the hidden language and psychology of the cabin. If you want to fly smarter, safer, and with the confidence of an insider, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Your call button has a secret function. Most travelers think the call button above your head has one simple function: to call a flight attendant. You press it, they come. But here's the crew's secret. That button is also a first impression device. When you press it during a critical time, like takeoff, landing, or severe turbulence, you are immediately, though silently, flagged as a passenger who doesn't pay attention to safety briefings. While they will always help you in an emergency for non-urgent requests, you might find the response time is a little slower. Here's the pro tip. The best time to use the call button is mid-flight, after meal services are complete. The benefit? You'll be seen as a considerate passenger, and you're far more likely to get a quicker, friendlier response, and maybe even an extra snack if you ask nicely. The secret crew bunks. On a long-haul flight, say from New York to Dubai, you might notice that a flight attendant you saw at the beginning of the flight seems to have vanished for a few hours. Most people assume they are just resting in an empty passenger seat. But here's the incredible secret. On large, wide-body jets like the Boeing 777 or Airbus A380, there are hidden crew rest compartments. These are secret bedrooms, often located above the main cabin, accessible only by a hidden staircase that looks like a closet door. Here's how it works. These compartments have lie-flat bunks, allowing the crew to get proper sleep in shifts, ensuring they are alert for the entire duration of a 14-hour flight. The benefit of knowing this? It gives you a new appreciation for the crew's professionalism and the incredible design of modern aircraft. The person serving you your meal might have just woken up from a nap in a secret room right above your head. The real reason they dim the lights for landing. As the plane prepares for a night landing, the cabin lights are always dimmed. Most passengers think this is done to create a relaxing atmosphere or to let people sleep. But the secret truth is, it's a critical safety procedure. In the extremely rare event of an emergency evacuation upon landing, your eyes need to be pre-adjusted to the darkness outside. If you went from a brightly lit cabin into a dark night, you would be temporarily blinded for several crucial seconds. Here's the science. By dimming the lights, the crew ensures your pupils are already dilated. The benefit? You would be able to see emergency exit paths and obstacles outside much more clearly, potentially saving your life. It has nothing to do with ambiance. It has everything to do with survival. The water isn't for coffee. You're feeling tired and you order a hot coffee or tea. Most people assume the water used is the same as the bottled water you're offered. But here's a secret most crew members know, and many are wary of. The water used for hot beverages typically comes from the plane's onboard water tank, not from a bottle. These tanks are notoriously difficult to clean, and studies have occasionally found bacteria in them. Here's the smart traveler's choice. Stick to canned or bottled beverages. The crew will almost never drink the coffee or tea from the pot themselves. They'll drink bottled water or soda. The benefit? You avoid any potential health risks and stay hydrated with a much safer option. If they're avoiding it, you probably should too. The secret of the aisle armrest. If you're sitting in an aisle seat, you know the frustration of that fixed, immovable armrest. It makes getting in and out difficult. Most people think you're just stuck with it, but there's a hidden secret. That armrest can be moved. There's a small, almost invisible button or lever located underneath the armrest, right near the hinge. Here's what you do. Slide your finger under the armrest near the back, and you'll feel a small button. Press it, and the armrest will swing up, flush with the seat back. The benefit? It gives you a huge amount of extra space to get in and out of your seat without contorting your body. Just remember to put it back down for takeoff and landing, as it's a safety requirement. Your tray table is filthier than the bathroom. You sit down and see a clean-looking tray table. Most people assume that since it's where you eat, it must be thoroughly sanitized between flights. But here's a disgusting secret flight attendants will rarely share. The tray table is often the dirtiest surface on the entire entire plane. They are quickly wiped down between flights but rarely deep cleaned. Passengers have been known to change diapers on them, sleep on them, and put their dirty shoes on them. Here's the essential hack. Never ever put food directly on the tray table. Always bring your own antibacterial wipes and give the tray table, the armrests, and your seatbelt buckle a thorough wipe down before you settle in. The benefit? You protect yourself from countless germs and travel with much greater peace of mind. The light turbulence lie. The plane starts to shake and the captain comes on the intercom, his voice calm and steady, saying, "Folks, we're just experiencing a little bit of light turbulence." Most passengers hear this and feel reassured. But here's a secret about pilot communication. What they call light turbulence might feel pretty significant to you. Pilots experience turbulence so frequently that their frame of reference is completely different. What feels like a wild roller coaster to a passenger is often just a normal, bumpy road for them. The insider tip: don't judge the severity by their words, judge it by the crew's actions. If the flight attendants are still walking around, it's truly nothing to worry about. If they are instructed to take their seats, it's a sign that the turbulence is more significant. The benefit? You can use the crew's behavior as a real-time indicator of the situation's seriousness and keep your own anxiety in check. The free amenity kits in economy. You're trying to sleep, but you forgot your earplugs or an eye mask. Most people think these little luxuries are only for business and first-class passengers. But here's a secret. Most major airlines have a small stash of basic amenity kits available for economy passengers on long-haul flights, but they don't advertise it. These often contain earplugs, eye masks, and sometimes even socks or a toothbrush. Here's what you do. After the main meal service, politely and quietly ask a flight attendant, "I was wondering if you happen to have any earplugs or an eye mask available." The benefit? More often than not, they will return with a small kit that can dramatically improve your comfort and ability to sleep on a long flight, completely free of charge. Your upgrade chances are decided at the gate. You want a free upgrade. Most people think that being exceptionally nice to the check-in agent is the key to getting it. But the secret is, the check-in agent rarely has the power to upgrade you for free. The final decision is almost always made by the gate agents in the last 30 minutes before boarding. This is when they have the final passenger list and know exactly how many empty seats are in the premium cabins. The pro tip: a small, thoughtful gift for the gate agents, like a bag of chocolates or a coffee shop gift card, can work wonders. Be polite. Don't ask for anything in return. Just say, "I know you guys have a tough job. Just wanted to say thanks." The benefit? If an upgrade situation does arise, your act of kindness will make you far more memorable than the 200 other passengers who just want something from them. Pilots eat different meals. You see the two pilots in the cockpit. You probably assume they eat the same chicken or pasta that you do, but for safety reasons, this is absolutely forbidden. It's an unwritten rule at almost every airline that the pilot and the co-pilot must eat completely different meals. Here's why. This is to prevent the risk of both pilots getting food poisoning from the same contaminated dish. If one pilot becomes incapacitated, the other must be healthy enough to fly the plane. The benefit of knowing this? It's another fascinating insight into the incredible layers of safety and redundancy that are built into every single flight. The secret handcuffs. An unruly or dangerous passenger starts causing a problem on the flight. Most people wonder how the crew will handle a serious threat at 35,000 feet. Here's a secret you might not know. Every flight is equipped with restraints, essentially zip-tie-style handcuffs, to deal with passengers who pose a threat to the safety of the flight. Flight attendants are trained in how to use them. The takeaway: the crew has the authority and the tools to maintain order. While it's an extremely rare event, knowing that these safety measures are in place should be reassuring. The benefit? It's a reminder that the crew's primary job isn't service, it's safety. The safest place to sit. Everyone has a preference for where they sit. Most people choose the front for a quick exit or the wings for a smoother ride. But what's the secret to the safest seat? A famous analysis of decades of crash data revealed that passengers sitting in the rear third of the cabin, particularly in middle seats, had the highest survival rates. The logic? The back of the plane often takes the least impact in a crash scenario, and sitting between two people can provide a buffer. While flying is incredibly safe, if survival is your absolute top priority, science says the back of the plane is the place to be. The benefit? You can now make a more informed decision about your seat selection based not just on comfort, but on statistics. The cabin is deliberately kept dry. Ever notice how your skin, nose, and throat feel incredibly dry on a flight? Most people think it's just a side effect of recycled air, but the secret is, it's a deliberate choice. The humidity in an airplane cabin is often kept below 20%, which is drier than the Sahara Desert. Why? Because running humidifiers would add significant significant weight to the aircraft, burning more fuel. More importantly, higher humidity could promote corrosion in the aircraft's fuselage and systems over time. The Smart Traveler's solution: drink way more water than you think you need before and during the flight. The benefit? You'll combat dehydration, reduce jet lag, and arrive at your destination feeling much fresher. And the number one secret the crew will never tell you is this: the nicest passengers get the best treatment. It seems obvious, but it's the most powerful tool you have. The average passenger can be demanding, impatient, or just ignore the crew completely. But the secret is a simple hello, a smile, and a thank you makes you stand out immediately. Flight attendants work long, difficult hours. When a passenger treats them like a human being, they remember it. The benefit? That kindness can be returned in countless ways. A free drink, an extra snack, a tip on the best seat to move to if the flight isn't full, or just more attentive service. The best flight hack isn't a hack at all. It's just being a good person. What's the best flight secret you've ever learned? Share it in the comments below. And here's a bonus tip. Now you know the secrets that happen at 35,000 feet, but the mind games and tricks start the moment you walk into the airport terminal. That's why we made a whole video called 12 Airport Secrets Airlines Hope You Never Discover. That reveals everything that happens on the ground, from the seat map trick that gets you a better seat for free to the 24-hour rule that can save you hundreds of dollars. It's the ultimate guide to the airport itself. If you want to master the entire journey from the check-in counter to your seat, click on the video on your screen right now. Make sure you're subscribed, and until next time, fly smart.